Barbie and Oppenheimer smashed box office records. Screens were sold out all over the place for weeks and weeks now. It's still the case. And so that includes people that have not been to the movie theater in a long time, either because that's not their jam or because they fell out of habit because of COVID. And one of the things that people have noticed, especially the last couple of weeks, is that there have been really unfortunate situations of people acting shittily in the movie theaters, primarily in regards to taking out their phones and either taking pictures of the screen with or without the flash on, or texting and scrolling. I actually did a poll on the Screen Mash Instagram stories for our followers and asked the question, have you noticed an increase in poor behavior, citing the context of the situation? And of the respondents, 61% said yes. So this is something that is happening. It's not happening to everybody, but it is a problem that needs to be addressed. And so let's identify it, discuss the root causes, and re-emphasize what the code of conduct should be. So why is this happening? Number one is the COVID pandemic. So there's always been people talking in movies. There's always been people that have taken their phone out in movies. But I think a 2+ year span where the habitual behavior of going to the theaters for the general public was removed from the equation as an option to do on a day-to-day basis. The fact that that habitual behavior was removed, the muscle memory and corresponding code of conduct and societal etiquette was removed from people's muscle memory. So they're so used to sitting on their couch and glancing at their phone that in a theater where they haven't been in 2 to 3 years, their instinct physically is to take out their phone and look at it. So COVID decimated theaters, decimated theatrical revenue, and it also decimated the norms and behaviors that we all agree to as a part of the social contract of going to the movies. The next factor is social media addiction and shortened attention spans because of social media. And you could bucket smartphone in there. So basically smartphone / social media addiction. 89% of Americans check their phones within the first 10 minutes of waking up. 75% of Americans feel uneasy leaving the home without their phone. 57% consider themselves addicted to their phones. These are people that are willingly admitting that they are addicted to their phone, almost 60%. And there's definitely more that are in denial or just are not answering truthfully. This is something we all know. We all know we're addicted. We all know that this is heroin for our brains. And the problems associated with that are no different when we're in the movie theater watching a 3-hour biopic like Oppenheimer. And this is the unfortunate collateral damage, is the degradation of what once was, for the majority of moviegoers, a social contract that says, all right, I'm coming out of the house, I'm paying for this ticket, you are coming out of the house, you are paying for this ticket, therefore we are all going to be quiet and put our phones away for 2 to 3 hours. That norm has gone away. You've got a generational cultural event that has brought people back to theaters in a way that hasn't been seen all year and multiple years, definitely since the pandemic. And now for the lesser engaged moviegoers, they are like, fuck this. I am going back into my bedroom or basement and I'm going to just go back to streaming because I don't want to deal with this bullshit and these yahoos and this shenanigans anymore. So it's having, in my opinion, a potentially dangerous cycle or ripple effect on the future of what could have been a super positive, hey, let's get back to the movies mindset for the general public, where now if a lot of people, 61%, according to my survey, are experiencing increases in poor behavior, are going to disincentivize the people who are lesser engaged to come back to the theaters going forward, even if they did have a positive experience overall with the quality of Oppenheimer and or Barbie. Okay, as a summary of the situation, Barbie and Oppenheimer, Barbenheimer, has exposed an increase in unfortunate behavior and codes of conduct, especially in the realm of people taking out their phones, scrolling, taking pictures, etc., etc. This is due to a combination of factors of the COVID pandemic decimating our understanding of how to behave in movie theaters, as well as our addictions to our phones. But if we all agree that this is a problem and we all want to go to the movies and have it be a pleasant experience, stick to the common sense best practices and we will all be better for it. And I'll see you at the movies.